Hello students, in today's class we are going to study about the imperfection in solids. The imperfection in solids is due to the crystal defects in the irregularities in the arrangement of the constituent particles. These irregularities may be due to the anions, cations or electrons or any other particles. These irregularities or defects are mainly classified into two types. One is point defect, second one is line defect. The point defect is further classified into various three types, namely stoichiometric point defects, non-stoichiometric point defects and impurity defects. Let us study one by one. The point defects. Let me take a simple arrangement of a perfect crystalline solid. These point defects are due to the fault in the arrangement of the constituent particles. You can see here there are missing of the B, A and B. That means some of the constituent particles are missing. Here we have not removed the exact number of cations and anions nor only one type. We have removed both the types, but in the random way. With respect to in what ratio they have removed, depending on that we will be having the different types. So, let us start with the first point defect, that is stoichiometric. These are also known as vacancy defect. When some of the lattice sites are vacant, then we are going to get the stoichiometric vacancy defect. Here we have not mentioned anything with respect to cation or anions. We are just saying that some of the lattice sites are vacant. Based on whether it is a cation or anion, it is further classified into two types. Since the lattice points or lattice sites are missing, the mass decreases and volume remain the same. When the mass has been decreased and volume is remaining same, we can easily say that density of the crystal will also decreases, because density is gram per ml. The second one is interstitial defect. In the interstitial defect, when some extra constituent particles occupy the interstitial sites. What do you mean by interstitial sites? You can see here there are some gaps between these lattice sites. These sites which are empty between the lattice sites are called as interstitial sites. In these interstitial sites, some other atom or some other particle will come and occupy. Due to this, the mass will increases, but volume, total volume is going to be remain same. As the mass increases, density of the crystal also increases. The mainly I have said with respect to cations and anions, there are two types of the defects. One is Schottky and second one is Frankel. Let us start with the Schottky defect. In the Schottky defect, equal number of the cations and anions are missing from their lattice sites. Here we have taken one example of a lattice site in which I will remove equal number of the cations and anions. Here we have removed one anion and one cation. You can see positive, negative, positive, negative, negative has been removed, and here negative, positive as it is. Positive was removed and negative, positive, negative is there. So, one negative, one positive has been removed. This type where equal number of cations and anions are missing, that is known as Schottky defect. Since ions are missing, mass is going to be decreased, and which results in decrease in the density. In the Schottky defect, the density will be decreased. You should remember, because in the next we are going to study the difference between the Schottky and Frankel also. The molecules or the ionic solids which will show the Schottky defect are NaCl, KCl, CaCl, that is sodium chloride, potassium chloride and cesium chloride. Second one is Frankel defect. In the Frankel defect, the displacement of the cations takes place from its lattice side into interstitial site. These are the regular spots. These are the regular spots of the cations. Those are known as lattice sites. What do you mean by interstitial site? Where there is a gap between the lattice site. So what will happen? One of the cation will move to another place where there is a gap. Hence what happen? Ions are just moving, but they are not missing. So mass will remain same and density also remains same. And with the diagram you can easily make out these types of defects are going to occur where the size of the cations and anions are very high. The difference between the size of the cation and anions are high, then we can expect the Frankel defect. The examples for Frankel defect are zinc sulphide, AgCl, silver chloride and silver bromide. Remember students, silver bromide will show both Frankel as well as Schottky defect. Now, let us consider a crystallization of molten NaCl in the presence of small amount of strontium chloride. During the crystallization, what happens when some of the sodium ions may be replaced by the strontium ions? But remember, strontium is having the charge of +2. So, 2 Na plus are going to be replaced by 1 Sr2 plus. That means each strontium ion is going to replace 2 sodium ions. In the previous you can see 2 sodiums were there, but which is replaced by 1 strontium to maintain the electrical neutrality. And it occupies the site of 1 sodium ion. And other site is going to remain vacant, and this vacancy is created due to the cations, hence it is called as cationic vacancy. Let us see the difference between Frankel and Schottky defect. Very important question for 2 marks. Frankel defect, it occupies or it is going to form mainly due to the smaller ions, that is usually cations, is dislocated from its normal site to an interstitial site. Whereas in Schottky, the equal number of cations are and anions are missing from their lattice site. Due to the dislocation of the cations, there is no change in the density, whereas in Schottky, due to the missing of both cations and anions, we are going to get the decrease in the density. Let us start with the non-stoichiometric defects. These non-stoichiometric defects are again classified into 2 types. One is metal excess defect, second one is metal deficiency defect. As the name itself says, metal excess, and it is mainly formed due to the anionic vacancies. Because anions are electronic particles, whereas metal is a cationic particle and I require metal in the excess. So, cationic part should be in the excess. So, let me consider one simple crystal lattice, and due to the absence of anions from lattice site having a hole, let me take here, when one of the anion is replaced, I am going to get the hole. So, what happened? The number of cationic or metallic particle has been increased as one of the anion is going to be missing. And this part which is missing, it is occupied by an electron, because I have to maintain the electrical neutrality. In cationic vacancy, I have told 2 cations will be missing, but it is replaced by one cation which is having the double the charge to maintain the electrical neutrality. But here the electrical neutrality has to be maintained by the negative charge, and the negatively charged electron is going to come and sit at that place. And these sites, that is anionic sites, which are occupied by unpaired electron, are called as F centers. The question has been asked, what do you mean by F centers? The anionic site which is occupied by unpaired electron are called as F centers. As the number of F centers increases, more will be the intensity of the color, because these electrons which are unpaired, which will easily excite to the higher energy level, and while coming back to the ground state, they exhibit or they leave some of the radiations which are responsible for the different types of the colors. Example for this type of metal excess defect are sodium chloride, lithium chloride, etc. And these are occupied, or we can see the size of the cation and anions are almost equal. They cannot be equal, but almost equal. Then only we can see this type of anionic vacancies. Due to the presence of extra cation at the interstitial site, the color will be present. Let me take one example, the zinc oxide. When zinc oxide is heated, it loses the oxygen. When it loses the oxygen, what will happen? The anionic part is going to be missing and zinc will be in the excess. The reaction which is going to take place when heated, Zn2 plus half O2 plus 2 electron. This Zn2 plus, which occupies the interstitial site, and it will give the different types of the colors. The next is, when you are having the absence of metal ion from its lattice charge or lattice point, charge has to be balanced, and the balancing of the charge is done by the higher positively charged ion which is present in that. In the previous example, we have seen the balancing was done by the Zn2 plus. Zn was having the charge of 0, whereas Zn2 plus was having the plus 2, which is having the higher positive charge, which is going to be balanced. This defect is generally exhibited by the transition metals or D block elements. One more example is FeO. When ferrous oxide is mostly found in the composition of Fe 0.96 and O1, which is a type of non-stoichiometric. We usually write as FeO, but the composition was usually found is Fe 0.96 and O1. And the composition may also ranges from 0.93 to 0.96 with respect to your iron. Thank you.